and welcome to This Time Africa. As you know, This Time Africa showcases our African men, African women, our beauty and culture, education. This Time Africa also showcases our emerging leaders, politicians, the world of art, and much, much more. But the question always is, what's on this time? On This Time Africa today, our clock faces Cameroon, where we are looking at the world of art. We all believe that art and music and culture brings together people from diverse background and to a middle ground where we all have a common understanding. Whether you understand it or not, art and culture and music speaks to you one way or the other. And to have that conversation today, I have with me a dear friend, SHIRI ACHU from Cameroon. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
It's good to have you. It's good to have you. All right. So 10 years of SHIRI ACHU exhibitions around the world. 10 years. Yeah. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I am so proud of you, girl. Yeah, you are rocking. And so 10 years and the 40th act.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit. Take us through the journey a little bit.
Okay.
For the 10 years.
10 years.
You've come a long way.
Yes.
So take us through that journey.
Okay. So my very first exhibition was actually titled the 30th Act, and it was in London. And from that exhibition, I sort of, that's where I learned. It was for me to start working and making prints and traveling and showcasing. I saw that people really, loved what they saw, and I saw that there was a need for them to be transportable and more affordable, because I used to only exhibit huge original pieces. So from that exhibition, I realized that maybe if I started making smaller pieces and making prints of them, I can take them from place to place and showcasing the work, so that more people get more familiar with the African culture. Because growing up in London, people were always questioning what I was wearing, or questioning what I was eating, or questioning loads of things about Africa. And I mean, living in the culture, I was submerged, and I knew about the British system, but I wanted to start having a bit of Africa. Just people can be more. You can learn a little bit more about Africa just by looking at my artwork. So I started off with the 30th Act exhibition, and then I did 35 in print. That's where the print series started. I did 35 in print in London 5 years ago, and then I did 36 in print DC. Then I did 37 in print in Australia. I did 38 in print in Jamaica, 39 in print in Toronto, and this year is the 40th Act.
Wow,
yes.
Amazing. You're a world-class artist, I must say. And coming from that humble background, I really, again, like I said, I'm very proud of you.
Thank you.
I'm very proud of you.
Thank you.
So I know that it's not just been all rosy along the road of SHIRI ACHU's exhibitions. What would you say have been some of the challenges? And because I don't like to dwell on negative, how have you overcome them? How is the world looking at SHIRI ACHU today from those challenges?
So I am so blessed to have a lot of people who actually support my work and who encourage me. And there's always been a need for financial, because we're artists. You can only when people buy your work that you can actually, So we're always hoping that people will see and they will help in their way. But over the years, going from exhibition to exhibition, from place to place, I have been so fortunate to have people in those countries that were so important, so paramount for me to it. Without them, I would not be able to do the exhibition. And they've supported by, others have supported by providing, helping me with frames, or helping me with this, or transportation. So that is how this has, part of my struggle is the finances in order to make this happen. And I've been so blessed that, I've had people along the way who have been so God sent.
That's very good.
That's what I can say.
Very good. Yes. So, which of the print, you said art and print?
Yes.
Which of them has been your popular one?
So the imprint series, they've all been wonderful, because each one
Give us like 5. What is this
So-
called? What's the background? Because I know art can be visual, art can be thought processed. Like, what are you feeling at this time?
Okay, so in terms of so let me explain the Imprint series of exhibitions. That is actually a series of exhibitions that I do around the world. Every year I go to a new country.
Okay.
Right. So 35 Imprint. It started in London when I did 35 Imprint London.
Okay.
36 Imprint exhibition was in DC. 37 Imprint was in Australia. So and then there was Jamaica and then Toronto. So exhibiting to different people around the world is what thrills me, because those people get exposed. They can ask me, what is that she's pounding? And I'll tell them, okay, that's achu. Then they've learned a little bit. They'll ask me more questions. They'll be really curious to know more, and then I can explain it. And whilst they're looking at it, and I've had professors buy, a young girl washing plates, or a girl climbing a tree. And it's always moved me when people who don't know anything about the culture actually buy these pieces and take it to their home and they display it, and then they can explain to others. This is a scenario in Cameroon or Nigeria, because my whole aim is to be able to travel to different parts of Africa and take one thing from each, or one or two, or as many as I could, from each of the different parts of Africa, and then do a painting of something that is the essence of the country, and then go around the world and exhibiting it. So it's not only about Cameroon, it's also about Nigeria or Ghana or Kenya, wherever I travel. The aim is to be able to express the essence of something about the culture through my artwork. So I can't say which one of those Imprint series are my favorite, because it's amazing to be able to exhibit to different people, because Australians are very different from Jamaicans.
Yeah, we have a different eye.
Exactly.
What is important to
exactly.
them.
But in terms of my work, if I can tell you one or two of I've mentioned this one already, I think. I love the Climb series. It's of a girl who was climbing a tree in Boya, in Cameroon, and I saw her try and climb this tree many, many times, and she didn't give up. So I kept watching her, and I took snippets, I took pictures. I was watching to see, what she's gonna do. She did not give up. She kept and then eventually she climbed, and she managed to get to the very top of the pawpaw. Wow. And she cut the pawpaw, and then she came, and then her sister was waiting for her downstairs, down on the floor, and then she dropped the pawpaw, and then they took it and they went home to cut and eat. And I just love the progression, the fact that she didn't give up. So there's like the beginning where there's a struggle, and there's a beginning where you start, and then there's a struggle, and then of course is the victory. So I love the story behind that.
Very good. Yeah. And I think you also did something about the Maasai.
Yes.
So I share a little bit about that.
Yes. So I traveled to Kenya some years ago, and I love the Maasai culture. So I decided to do a painting of the Maasai. There is a huge story behind that specific painting, which when you come to the exhibition, I can explain to you.
Exactly. And we're going to talk about that exhibition. Yes. That is so very true. So, I always tell people that one of the reasons that people succeed is when they have something in mind. What do you have in mind? Where does Shiri Achu want to go? What's that big picture? What's that goal?
Okay, my goal is to be able to showcase to as many people outside of Africa how beautiful Africa is. It's not just one country. Africa as a whole is beautiful, and I want to be able to impact people, the different elements of every country in Africa. And of course, it would mean a lot of, I don't know if this is going to be possible in my lifetime to travel to all the countries in Africa, but that is my aim, to be able to travel in Africa and get an essence of what I believe is the essence of that specific country, and then take it around to different parts of the world, showcasing it, because there are a lot of people who unfortunately don't have the means to travel, or they don't care to even know. And somehow when I've traveled, for example, to Australia, and I had the exhibition, though they were not able to travel or even had a desire to go to Africa, they were very pleased. They were very thankful that I was able to bring it to them, to show them, so they've learned a little bit more about that culture.
So it's taking the African story to people, since not all of them can go. So it's correct. That's a great way.
Yes.
But my question, I know that we're going to break very soon, but did you start were you born an artist? Did you grow up just yearning to be? What would you say? Where did all of this start?
You see, when we traveled to London from Cameroon, my brother tells me that I found the material somewhere, and I knew that I hadn't seen anyone paint. I hadn't even looked at many paintings, but it was just something that I knew that I wanted to do. So again, I think, I don't know how this happened, but my brother tells me that in the house that we were living in, there was materials right there. So, so I was able to start with the materials that were just there, waiting for me.
And you just went to work.
I just went to work. It was something that I knew that I had to do, and I have so much joy. I get lost when I paint, and it's always been since I was 9 years old.
It's so amazing, and the reason why I asked that, because I was told by my mom that when I was 3 years old, I would put like stones and cups, and I would stand and make an elevated stage for myself and talk to all of them. So here am I talking, but so it's so very nice. I know that your family must be very proud, and I'm sure Cameroon is proud of you. Africa is proud of you, and the reason why I say this is because not many Africans, I know that there are a lot of African artists, but as young, as an emerging artist as you are, I'm sure that your family must be very proud of you.
They tell me, not enough, but yes. You know why they don't tell me too much? Because obviously as an artist sometimes I do have to get some financial assistance from them. So sometimes it could become a little bit of a wearing for them, but they are proud of me. Yes.
Okay, that's good. So did you have to go to any school of art or what?
No, I didn't. Well, I did A-level art in school, but I went on to study architecture.
Oh, okay.
So currently I'm an architect as well, but love is, art is,
it's your passion.
It's my passion.
That's the natural thing for you. The natural art for you is doing that.
Yes.
Wow, I'm just seeing architecture and painting.
There is a great correlation.
I was about to say, there is a great correlation.
Yes.
So, oh my God, it's just dropped something now. Like, if you walk into a house and you're trying to put it together, I must say, I have to come visit your house because I think it's going to be very beautiful with your artwork and all of that, right?
You know what they say about the
Baba and the hair? I know what they say. All right, let the Baba cut her hair and let the artist fix their home. We'll be right back with Shiri Achu. We're talking about her 40th act, and we're going to invite you. We're going to bring you right into the scene to know what you should be expecting. This is This Time Africa, and we will be right back.
Do you want to promote your business? Do you want to talk about your nonprofit organization? Do you want to talk about your culture? Introducing the online web TV, Africa Today. We are live every Sunday at 3 p.m. Our shows are 3 p.m. Sunday Guests with Elaine Pierre. 4 p.m. This Time Africa with San Natilda Banga. 5 p.m. Transformation Point with Dr. Natalie Kamsudomo. 5:30 Cyber Connect with Jean Bosco Fogham. You can watch us live at the same time on 4 platforms: Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and using the Africa Today app. Download our app today for Android or Apple. Promote your business today. For more information, go to www.africtoday.com. Africa Today, the best of digital TV.
Welcome back to This Time Africa, and of course I'm here with Shiri Achu, who is an artist, an international artist from Cameroon, and is on the journey to the 40th act. Welcome again, Shiri.
Thank you.
Tell me about what's coming up on the 40th act. Where is it going to be at? What's the expectations and all of that?
Right. Okay. So the 40th act. This is the invitation card, everybody. It's going to be on.
So, no, pause a little bit. See what she did? I love this class. This is the invitation. Very, very nice. Very nice. Very nice.
I actually did a painting for the card.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
so I did this painting, which I then put the information on it. So the exhibition is going to be on the 8th. The opening is the Friday, the private viewing on the 8th, and it's closing on the 10th of November. So that's coming up, and it's going to be at the Cameroon Embassy, which is 2349 Massachusetts Avenue, Northwest, Washington, D.C. 20008. You are all welcome.
And the time again, because I hear
Yes.
the British accent.
Yes.
What's the time, please, madam?
The time. So you would need, so the private viewing is of course the private viewing. So unless you have an invitation or there are still a few spots with the event rights, you can actually get a ticket. But then otherwise it's open to the public on Saturday and Sunday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. on both days. So that's Saturday the 9th of November and Sunday the 10th of November from 10 to 6 p.m.
And it's at the Cameroonian Embassy,
Cameroon Embassy.
which is situated at 2349 Mass Avenue, Northwest Washington, D.C. 20008. What should the people who are going to the private viewing expect? Why should I invite more people to the private viewing?
Right. Okay. So the private viewing is going to be exclusive champagne drinking. The ambassador will speak, I think, around 7 o'clock. There will be drummers. There will be a lot of art. There will be 40 pieces of art on display. There will be 30 limited signed prints, and there will be 10 original pieces. And of course, all the pieces, I think there are a few which are not for sale, but the majority are for sale. And there's going to be a raffle draw as well. Someone's going to win something on the night, and I'll also be raising some funds for my cause, which is the Raise the Roof campaign, which is completing the Sunday school race in my village in Basachu, in Santat, Cameroon.
Oh, that's very interesting. So, what you've had, if you want to come to the private viewing of this artwork, there's going to be 40 artwork, and then, of course, champagne. Who doesn't love to have a glass of champagne?
Yeah.
I think I'm going to be there. All right. So, what other advertising tools are you using to let people know about this? I know that this is one way we can assist you in Afrique today. And thank you, Alain Pierre.
Thank you.
Thank you, Monsieur Pierre.
Thank you
for letting us do this.
Thank you, Berry, for having me.
All right. So, what other? I'm sure the social media. Yes. Well,
Yes.
How are you advertising this?
So luckily, I think the embassy are doing a little bit to advertise it as well. But I've obviously reached out to all the people that I really would love to be there, and I've reached out to them and invited them, and then it's Facebook and Twitter. And
So, what's your Facebook and what's your website, or how can they reach
Yes.
you if they're
So-
listening to this?
so everything is Shiri Achu Art. So just Shiri Achu, and then just put art at the end, and then you can find me on Twitter and Instagram and Facebook. Shiri Achu Art. SHIRIACHUART.
All right. So that's how they can reach you.
Yes.
Any even on the website?
And the web page is www.shiriachuart.com.
That's very easy.
Yes,
That's
everything
very-
is Shiri Achu Art.
That's very, very easy.
Yes.
All right. So that's going to be on November from the 8th to the 10th.
Correct.
All right.
Yes.
Which
Friday.
way for Shiri Achu after that?
So after that, there will be part 2 of the 40th Act, which is going to be at the University of DC on the 2nd, from the 3rd to the 7th. Excuse me, sorry, the 3rd to the 7th of December at the University of DC. You can come. The private viewing is on the Tuesday from 6 to 9. But again, you get all the information on my webpage.
All right. I know we don't want to give away a lot of what people should be expecting until they get there. But just to whet the appetite of people a little bit, just tell us a little bit of the intriguing things, behind the artwork that people should be expecting.
Please explain it.
Like, what should they be expecting? What kind of art? I know you spoke about this girl.
I see.
This girl, like from the tree and going.
Right.
I love that kind of thing. So
Yes.
those kind of
Yes.
stories
Yes.
inspires me.
Right. So there'll be paintings of everyday life, everyday wonderful living in Africa. There'll be paintings of nurturing, of mothers bearing children, mothers carrying their children, cooking, and just everyday beautiful life. And there'll also be very colorful images as well, because living in London, I was living by the Notting Hill Carnival, and that inspired me a little bit. Because I do love color, and I made a few pieces which were very colorful and bright and dancing, movements. And then there's going to be some pieces about the Adinkra symbols, the Ghanaian Adinkra symbols, which each one means something specific. So it's going to take you to a little bit of, an Africa journey, and, I think you enjoy it. On Saturday, my sister will be performing. Her name is Naomi Achu. She will be coming to perform on this Saturday, so at 2 o'clock.
What is she performing?
She's a musician.
She's a musician.
Yes.
Oh, that's
She's
nice.
An Afrobeat, yeah.
An Afrobeat.
Yeah.
Oh, that's very good. You're very gifted in the art in your family, I guess. So that's very good. There was a time when we were talking about, this girl I think she was trying to prepare like a cake kind of thing.
Yes.
I love that art.
That painting will be there.
Is it going to be there?
Yes.
Don't make it too expensive for me, but tell me about it. I just love it. The flower and the mother sitting down, and you could see the white. Oh, it's so natural. Viewers, I'm telling you, it's so natural. You have to go there to see it. Are your paintings expensive?
No.
Do I just need to take my checkbook?
Not at all.
So it's between
the sizes that I'm going to be preparing. It's going to be between 200 and 400.
Oh, that's good.
But that is
between 200 and 1,000.
That is the print.
The
originals.
Yeah.
Something else. We'll talk about the originals.
That's good. So tell us a little bit about that story. I just love it. I still have that image in
the
my mind.
painting?
Mm-hmm,
okay, so her name is Glory, and we were staying together. I was at home, my father's home, and she's our neighbor, and she came to the room and she said, Auntie Shiri, I want to make a cake. Could you come? And she was really urging me to come. So I ran, and the way she was sat, it was just a moment that I knew, okay, just wait. So I ran
the camera.
Yes, I ran to get my camera. Just stay wait. There's something which you just know when the moment is, and like a photographer knows when it's like the moment.
Yeah.
And I just knew the way she sat, the way the flower was everywhere, and the way she was so excited with doing what she was doing. I thought, please hold on, and I captured this moment in the photograph, and then later on I started working on the painting. Yes, that's the painting.
Oh, very good. That is going to be there.
Yes.
And of course, you now know that it's not as expensive as we usually think.
Yes.
It will be really a joy to have one of the paintings in my house.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. So I will try to come with my checkbook.
Yeah.
I will try to come with my checkbook. So once again, for the listeners and the viewers, just tell us a little bit more about what it's going to be, what's the 40th Act, and where it's going to be held at before we close.
Okay. So the 40th Act is my 10th anniversary art exhibition, and it's an honor to invite everybody to come on a Saturday and a Sunday, and the specific people also of course you can come on a Friday special viewing as well. You just have to make sure you get your ticket on Eventbrite in time. Otherwise, you may not have the ticket. So if you really want to come on the Friday, the private viewing, please get your ticket soon. Otherwise, it's open to the public on Saturday, the 9th, and Sunday, the 10th of November, from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. And those full days will be great because we have entertainment throughout the day. I'll be taking a tour at 4 o'clock on both days. taking people around there, showing them one by one. So if you want to be part of the tour, come at 4 o'clock on either day. And that is it. It's going to be at the Cameroon Embassy, which is on 2349 Massachusetts Avenue. And please stay in touch. You can contact me on SHIRI ACHU Arts on all the social medias.
All right.
Yes.
So each one of us have a role model. I look up to certain people. Matter of fact, I like to learn. And so I go to YouTube and I watch journalists, I watch people in the broadcasting, I watch pastors, So who would you say, maybe more than one person, that is, would I say a role model or somebody that, a role model?
Who's my role model? I have many.
Yeah.
So I love.
Maybe let me say, who are the people that inspire you?
I love,
so that nobody feels bad.
I love Kijo.
Okay.
Angelique Kijo.
Oh, Angelique, yeah.
Yes, I do love her because
I love her too.
Yes. In the art world, there are many. There's the photographer who recently.
I didn't know she's like artist. Like, does she paint?
No.
Angelique
Kijo she's a musician, but she inspires me because she's got a lot of quirkiness, a lot of
flair.
Yes.
Yeah.
A lot of. Yeah.
I like it too. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
In
the
art
that sang,
Yes.
Oh, that's
yes.
the song I remember. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I love, in terms of the art world, I do love. Okay, so I love the old classic artists. I have to just admit, I love people like Lucian Foy. I like Giacometti. They are very old-time classic artists because that's where I studied art. I did art in England. But today's world, okay, so I like, my sister inspires me, and she's my younger sister.
All right.
Yes, she inspires me. And Yemi Alade, people like the new upcoming, R&B people. Yes. Who can I say in the art world that really like? But I think that's, I think
it's okay.
I have a broad, like I'm not inspired purely by artists. I like to get inspiration from two different many things.
That's good, and that's why you are good at what you do. One last word for the people, and then we will bring the curtain down.
I look forward to seeing you all at my 40th exhibition.
All right, thank you very much. We look forward to seeing you. I've been talking to SHIRI ACHU, who is an international artist and, of course, coming up with her 40th act. This is how we bring the curtain down. You know what to do. You can watch us on Facebook. Go to www.africtoday.com, to YouTube, Twitter, WhatsApp, and if you have your Fire Stick on Amazon, you can also watch africtoday.com. For this particular show, This Time Africa, it airs on Sundays at 4 p.m. on africtoday.com. And you can also watch that on YouTube. Well, this has been a great time. It's me, your host, Sia Matilda Banga, and I'll see you next time.